Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome or welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. My name is Helen and I am very happy that you have found your way to me. Whether you are here for the first time or whether you are coming back, I am thrilled to have you. Today we are going to look at some of the messages that Spirit wants you to hear the most right now. These are messages that you were destined to hear, so you are in the right place. So we have 3 piles that you get to choose from. For pile 1, we have the Topaz stone on top. So that goes with this pile. For pile 2, we have Tiger's Eye. It goes with this pile. For pile 3, we have Black Tourmaline. And those are the piles that we have for you today. So as you know, I'm sure that most of you already know the drill. Take your time, choose whichever pile you feel drawn towards the most, tap into your intuition, calm your mind, take a few deep breaths in and out, and yeah, then go with whatever feels right in your gut. And honestly, take as much time as you need. There is no rush. Just make sure that you really tap into that intuition that gives you the most accurate messages, okay? If you feel drawn to more than one pile, that is absolutely fine as well. You can watch several of them. It may be that Spirit has several different messages that you need to hear right now regarding several different situations or circumstances that may be happening simultaneously in your life. So feel free to watch as many as you like. But generally, that's my personal experience. One specific pile will talk to you the most, yeah. So yeah, that's it. Whenever you feel ready, you can go into the description box or you can go into the comment section down below. You will be able to find the timestamps listed there and you can jump straight to your reading. So happy choosing, and I will see you in just a sec. Hello, pile number 1. You guys chose the Topaz, and I am going to put it right over here so that it could somewhat be in the frame, but not too much. Okay, so as you can see, we have quite a lot of cards to go through today, but I'm going to put the rest aside over here before we actually get into them. Here we go. And we're going to start off with three oracle cards first. Now, if you are not watching me for the first time, then you know that in all of my pick a card readings, I like to get a glimpse into your current energy, your current circumstances, so that first of all, it would give us more context into the area of life or like somewhat of a more specific subject that Spirit is talking about or wants to deliver these messages to you about. But also it gives you the chance to confirm for yourself that you are in fact watching the correct pile. So that is what we are going to be doing today. Now, quick disclaimer. Please remember that this is still a general reading, so only take the bits and pieces that truly resonate with you, and anything else you can leave behind, okay? If you do want a personal reading with me, you can do that by clicking the link in the description box and going to my shop on Etsy. I offer personal readings there, and right now there is also a sale. All readings are 15% off. So yeah, definitely check that out if you are interested. But let's look at these messages of what is happening with you right now. Okay, interesting. We're starting off with choose wisely in reverse. We also have monk and nun, selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to Spirit, negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. Okay. And we have patience in reverse. This is quite a quirky combination of your current energies, I have to say. But yeah, let's dive into them more deeply. I'm getting the vibe, pile number 1, that you may be somewhat I'm going to use the word cynical. And I'm using the word cynical because more than anything, I just feel that you have been really disappointed in life or in other people, in your experiences that you have gone through. I'm kind of getting a vibe that it's almost like you feel a bit like victimized. Now, this is not a judgment in any single way. If you really are a victim of something, then, you know, it's up to you to feel however you want to feel. Like, no one can tell you that you're not feeling the right things, right? So if you feel victimized, that is your absolute right. But I don't know. I more strongly feel that this victimization is coming from like disappointment, where your expectations have not been met or your dreams have not been met. And it's like you feel that you deserve more. And I'm getting the sense, truly, because of this patience card over here, it's like that you're kind of sick of waiting for things to actually happen, waiting for things to turn around in your favor. It's almost like you have lost faith or lost hope in a way that things are ever going to be turning around or that things are going to be picking up for you in the future. Especially with this choose wisely, I'm getting the sense that it's almost like you are ready to throw caution into the wind, and it's like you have given up, or it's like you feel that you are out of options. It's like you feel that there's nothing that can make you feel better, or there's nothing that can remedy the situation. I truly feel this fed up energy, this scolded energy. It's like, it feels like you are standing against the world, and you just feel that you have been done wrong by either someone, or it might be like a more general view that I have been describing. So you may feel more like done wrong by the whole world or done wrong by the universe. And especially because of this monk and nun card over here, you may be more of a spiritual person. So in that case, it feels more directed to like spirit or God or the universe or whoever you truly resonate with. But I'm also looking at this patience card over here, and I feel like the reason why this came out specifically is because all of this, the kind of the angst that you feel right now, or maybe for some of you it's not so much angst, it's just like you're just tired and you've decided to like throw in the towel. So I'm guessing that the spectrum of emotion is going to vary for all of you. But because of this patience, I'm getting the sense that this is actually a question of patience, that clearly whatever situation that you find yourself in right now, more specifically, the reason why you haven't gotten your results, or why you haven't seen the kind of the end result that you were looking for, and it's the same, yeah, results, let's just say results, is because there's just more patience needed on your part. And I feel like it's I'm almost getting this like 9 of wands, 10 of wands vibe, like more of this like 10 of wands vibe. Actually, that's the first card that kind of jumped into my head. And I'm getting the sense that you are actually more close to the finish line than you realize, but because your expectations have not been met yet, it's like you don't really care, or you don't really, again, you don't really have faith in the finish line. Well, you don't have faith in like you finishing or reaching the finish line anytime soon. So yeah, it's like that, you know, when you are in the, I'm seeing all of these different visuals, that's why I'm describing them to you. You know that image, I think it's an image or a meme or something, I'm not sure what it is, but there's like this guy and he's in a cave and he's hammering away, or he's trying to like break down the rock, or he's trying to make his way through. And he's like this close to actually breaking through and reaching the other end where he's out of the cave. He decides to give up. So he doesn't actually reach the end of the tunnel or the end of the cave. And that's kind of the image that I saw in my head right now. It's like you are in this tunnel or in this cave and you are trying to like work your way through. You're trying to reach the end, but like you're this close to reaching the end, coming out on the other side, and it's like, well, clearly this is never happening, and you just give up. That's kind of the image and the feeling that I'm getting here. So it could be talking about like love. Maybe you have been disappointed in love so many times that now it's just like you've decided to give up. You don't want to date anymore. You don't want to meet new people anymore. You're just sick and tired of dealing with people and exposing your vulnerabilities. Maybe you feel that way about work or your career. Maybe you've constantly given so much of yourself, but you haven't seen any actual like significant results or rewards for your work, and so it's just like, why do I even bother? Maybe you've like tried to find something that would really spark your passion, that would really speak to you on a deeper level, but you just like whatever work or job you have chosen for yourself, whatever you have tried to do, it just hasn't felt right. So yeah, it doesn't really, like, again, it doesn't really matter what area of life this is talking about specifically. Kind of take it as it resonates and fill in the details yourself, but that's truly what I'm feeling here. That's what I feel, that the energy that you are in right now, and that's kind of, yeah, that's your current energy that I'm sensing. So if this is you, if you're resonating with what I was describing, then this is clearly your pile. Another thing that I just felt with this Choose Wisely card is that you may have recently kind of lost out on some opportunities, or there may have been some different options for you, or you may have been trying to decide between some kind of different paths, but maybe those paths closed, or maybe those opportunities fell away, or something like that. It kind of feels like you feel that you're out of options. Now, whether that is actually true or not, I will leave that up to your discretion, but it definitely feels like you feel that you don't really even have any options to choose from. And it's also interesting, the last thing I want to point out is that we have both number sevens. So yeah, because 16 reduces down to 7 as well. 1 plus 6 is 7. So interesting numerological coincidence there as well. But let's keep going. Let's get into the messages that you are destined to hear from Spirit right now. We are looking at some tarot cards now, and these tarot cards will tell us a bit about the past that has led up to this situation, the like what you can do right now to deal with the situation in the best way, and where the situation is headed as of right now. So let's see. Okay, we have the 10 of coins, we have the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Oh, the 4 of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands and the 2 of Wands in reverse. We're getting some interesting confirmations about these, about the cards, about these cards and the current energies that I was describing before. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. We have the 10 of coins in reverse with the Hierophant in reverse, talking about the past that has led up to this. So as I said, with this 10 of cups, the 10 of coins in reverse with the Hierophant in reverse, for some of you, this is definitely talking about some form of like work scenario, or business partnership, or something to do with like your career, or however you make money, that that kind of like broke apart or wasn't really producing the results that you were looking for. So for some of you, there's definitely some sort of shakeup that happened regarding your finances or regarding your material security. And again, for some of you, this could actually be talking about like a failed relationship as well. More specifically, like a long-term relationship, if this is a relationship scenario for you. But something that you were kind of counting on, or something that you had invested quite a lot into, or something that you were hoping for, having faith in, that would kind of pay you back or produce some kind of results for you. I feel that that didn't happen. It didn't happen, and it's like you lost a sense of security, or you lost a sense of like something that you had a lot of belief in, is really what I'm getting here with these two cards. There may have been some contracts or some kind of agreements that you had with someone that that maybe fell through, or maybe you lost out on some kind of money, or some kind of rewards or perks or accolades that you were like supposed to get, that were promised to you, but that you didn't receive. So there's just a lot of disappointment here. There is some kind of like letting down, or like feeling cheated out of something. I keep like, I don't know why, but that keeps coming up, even though I don't necessarily like, neither of these cards is actually talking about cheating, but I am getting the sense of like that you were cheated out of something, whether this was like some kind of happiness that you were expecting to get at the end of something, or whether it was actually something like physical, tangible, like money or property, or whatever it is. I just feel that you didn't get it, and that's like why this hopelessness or helplessness is what you feel right now. That's why you feel this disappointment, because you didn't receive the rewards that you were supposed to receive, or that you felt that you deserved, that were promised to you. With the Four of Cups specifically, this is just a clear, very, very clear message from Spirit here that like wallowing doesn't really get you anywhere. And I know that it's not something that you most likely want to hear, especially if you feel pissed off at the universe or at the world, whoever you feel pissed off at. It might be something that kind of pisses you off. But I feel like with this Queen of Cups coming out over here, I for some reason feel that this is you. So you may actually be a water sign, or you may have prominent water in your chart, or very significant placements in water signs. The water signs being Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But I kind of feel what Spirit is saying here is that you can't let your emotions like completely overpower you and kind of distort your image of the world, because I kind of feel like this is what's happening here, and this is what has happened. It's like your disappointment has clouded everything. It has like swept everything with this like dark brush, or this very, there's just a lot of like bitterness that I'm getting here. And especially with the Four of Cups, I feel like it's just saying that, you know, it's like, don't sit in that kind of negative emotions. It's better to kind of let it out. And I feel like it's kind of what you are kind of recommended, or what Spirit is recommending you do here. Because looking at these cards where the situation is headed, this is very positive. I see you getting a fresh start, or like kind of breaking out of this rut that you're feeling right now, as if you don't really have any paths, or that you don't have any options in front of you. It's actually kind of like confirmed with this Four of Cups as well, because the Four of Cups can very much be this card of like apathy, or feeling like nothing really appeals to you, nothing really nothing aligns with what it is that you want, and everything feels like a huge disappointment. So with it coming out in reverse, this is just, as I said, this is Spirit's very clear way of saying that you're not really seeing things clearly right now, because your emotions are just, they are distorting everything, they are overpowering everything, and you're not able to see things from a more clear point of view. So again, and I want to make it super clear, it's not like, I'm not saying that feeling disappointment is wrong, or that you shouldn't be sad, or you shouldn't be angry, or you shouldn't feel cheated. If that's what you feel, then that's your prerogative. That's absolutely, like, you can feel those feelings. No one can say that it's not right to feel those, but I feel like it's important not to let them kind of sweep you away. It's very important to kind of let those pass without allowing them to carry you with it. So yeah, that's kind of what I feel that Spirit is urging you to do at this moment, is to kind of let the emotions out. Don't bottle anything up, but also don't let yourself kind of be completely swayed so that you lose touch of or you lose touch with reality, and that you get so kind of caught up in this emotional whirlwind that you just like stop doing anything. Because with this Knight of Wands coming out next, and again talking about like where the situation is headed, like I love that we're getting the Knight of Wands specifically, because this is like passion, this is drive, and it may even be that you manage to like take all of this pent up energy that you have, this like negativity or disappointment and anger and frustration and all of these emotions that may be like swirling around you right now. It may be that you're able to kind of take those emotions and turn it into fuel, turn it into the energy that is going to propel you forward and break you out of this slump. Because the Knight of Wands is really fiery, very passionate, very driven, very enthusiastic. And the Knight of Wands just gets shit done, really. That's the Knight of Wands. They don't really shy away from anything. They're not afraid of anything. Even like, and they do often talk about like journeying or traveling. And even like on this card, you can see the little ship that is tattooed on his arm, or on his hand, I should say. So yeah, I definitely see you journeying and moving forward from this energy. So I'm really, really glad to see it. And especially with the Two of Wands coming out in reverse, I kind of see you breaking through this wall that you feel that you are facing right now, or this barrier where it's like you don't really have anything to work towards or to move towards. I see you breaking that wall down and opening up new paths for you. It might be something that you don't actually even expect, or that you would never have imagined for yourself. And it kind of does make sense as well, because as I said, it's a very clear message here that at this time you may not even realize what your options are, because it may seem to you that all of your options are closed off, or that you don't really have any options in front of you. But I feel like with this Two of Wands that could not be further from the truth, and that you will be kind of shown, or you will realize that yourself, and that maybe the options that you do have are just options that you are not like thinking of right now, that are not coming to you right now. But yeah, so honestly, I just feel like at this time, if you want to, like I feel like you kind of need to purge and let all of the emotion out of you. But again, Spirit is urging you not to wallow, not to sit in that negativity and let it like completely swallow you up. And I do feel that moving forward, you are going to find this spark again. You are going to find something that like really ignites you and inspires you in some way to break free and break out of this rut. So I really love seeing these two cards for you in the future energies. But let's look at some oracle cards as well. These are a bunch of oracle cards that are going to be kind of additional guiding messages from spirit that you are destined to hear right now. So hopefully these will give us even more indication as to what spirit is kind of suggesting that you do right now that would help you. Oh my goodness. I love this. All is connected, and that just makes me think of like spirit is kind of, yeah, okay. Remember how I was talking about this patience card, that I feel that the reason why this came out is because the whole situation just requires patience. It requires you to keep with it, and whatever the situation is to keep with it and not give up because you're this close. I feel like with this all is connected, it's kind of spirit's way of consoling you that like everything is happening because it's all going according to plan, and all of the steps are leading up to the next steps that are leading you up to your destination, or where it is that you want to go, or where it is that you want to get to. And just because the journey is not panning out exactly how you imagined it in your head or how you expected things to go, again, a lot of expectations is coming through. Just because things are not matching your expectations, or they are looking somewhat different than what you imagined them to be, it doesn't mean that things are not working out. It doesn't mean that things are failing. So I really love that this message is here, because it's just, again, it's just so comforting. I really love this. Oh wow, look at that. We have rabbit spirit. Now is a lucky time. Yeah, so again, as I said, things are going to be looking up for you, especially with this Knight of Wands as well. We have you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. We're getting more watery energy. So again, you may be a Cancer, actually, especially with the Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups is a card of Cancer specifically as well. So you may be a Cancer, or you may have very like significant placements in the sign of Cancer. Let's see what else. We have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Yeah, so I definitely feel like things are changing and kind of transmuting for you. And I also feel that it's kind of, again, tied to this all is connected card, because integration time, it's all kind of coming together here. Okay, we have the crumbling. What are you clinging onto? Yeah, so there is definitely a lot of messages coming through regarding like some form of new path, or some form of new energy that you are not really seeing right now, because you may be kind of sitting in, again, in your expectations, or in the way that you imagined things to play out previously. So definitely some change kind of coming up for you. And I love that the message you and your loved ones are safe is coming through, because it's just, again, very much reaffirming that you don't really have anything to be afraid of. Oh wow, we have love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. Yeah, I love that this is here, because it's very sweet. It's so sweet, and I hope that you're not feeling like you know, a failure or something. I really hope that that's the case, because like spirit's message here is just, it's really, really clear. And I feel like spirit really wants you to again, not give up on the situation, not give up on yourself, and not give up on life, because again, change is coming and new energies are going to be opening up for you. And we also have selling out. Yeah, so in this context, I truly feel that what the selling out is referring to is you kind of just like giving up, or wanting to let go of your dreams, wanting to like, again, throw in the towel and maybe like settle for more heavy energies. And again, maybe you feel like you really don't have it in you to keep going anymore. Maybe you feel like you just want to give up and sit in this energy of negativity that you may be feeling right now. But again, as I said, I just feel that there is actually so much that you have to look forward to. And I know that it's very difficult to do that if you are feeling out of hope, out of faith, and you just feel like everything is against you and nothing is working out for you. I truly understand how difficult it is. Trust me, I have been there. But I also feel that with this new moon in Cancer energy coming out, and with this blue flame and like all of these cards, really, they're kind of urging you to see it from a different point of view. And again, because of this patience, I feel like everything is going to be working out for you. It just requires you to kind of hang in there and not give up as much as you may feel tempted to do that right now. Because this shift that is happening, and even this thing that caused you this disappointment, or that didn't work out as you had hoped, or that you were kind of betting on, whatever this was that fell through for you. Again, I feel that it is all connected in the bigger scheme of things. And again, it's like the things that are falling away are supposed to fall away, because they will be replaced by something that is actually better for you. Again, you and your loved ones are safe. Like, you are safe. So no matter what is happening, no matter what is falling away, it is not happening to punish you, or it's not happening to kind of make you feel bad. It's just this learning curve, and it's allowing you to develop, to grow, and to learn from life's lessons and from these experiences that you go through. Because again, I see that things are going to be turning around for you. And I do feel that this current situation that you are in is part of kind of waking you up to something, waking you up to some sort of bigger truth. So maybe this is somehow tied to your your core beliefs about yourself, or any kind of self-worth issues. It might be that that's at the bottom of this, and that's why maybe you feel that you are in a bit of a hopeless situation, or you may feel helpless. So maybe this situation is here to teach you to see your own worth and to see how really capable you are. Because you are turning from the Queen of Cups reversed to the Knight of Wands. So you are finding some sort of spark again, finding some sort of inspiration again. And for those of you if this is a love situation, then it could be that this Knight of Wands kind of comes into your life to, it may be representing someone else who may come into your life to kind of shake things up for you, and again, as I said, ignite something in you. So take it as it resonates, but I truly do feel that you are going to be going through this hardship that you are in right now, and you're going to be coming out on the other end of it. This is not a stop sign for you. This is just a little bump on the road that you kind of need to push through. Because if you give up now, I truly do feel you are selling out. You are selling out your own soul and your heart, which is trying to direct you to your path. But in order for you to get there, in order for you to get to your destination that you truly want to get to, you have to keep going, you have to keep pushing. And you can't let the negative emotions and the disappointment completely swallow you up, so that you stop trying and that you stop moving. But I am going to leave it here, and yeah, that's it. But wow, pile number one, this was something else. I was not expecting these messages to be this kind of deep and serious, but also I feel that it's I'm really happy that these messages came out the way they did, because I feel that someone out there definitely needed to hear the messages the Spirit has, and I hope that they offered some sort of consolation, or at least some form of reassurance and encouragement that this is not the end, okay? So yeah, I would love to know if this reading resonated for you, and if you could apply these messages to your own situation, and if you could find something useful from them. I would love it if you let me know, pile number one. You can leave me a comment in the comment section. You can also give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe so that we could hang out in the future as well. Thank you so much, and I am sending you guys so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number two. You guys chose the Tiger's Eye stone, one of my absolute favorites. So I am going to put it over here somewhere. And we are going to get into your cards. As you can see, we have quite a few of them to go through. I'm going to put the other cards of the pile on out of the frame for now, because we are going to start off with these three oracle cards over here, which are going to tell us a bit about your current energy or the current situation that you find yourself in right now. So this is helpful for me because it also helps me make sense of the context that Spirit is talking about, but it also helps you to decide whether this is actually the right pile for you. Now, just a quick disclaimer, please don't forget that this is still a general reading, so any messages that don't resonate with you or that don't sound like they are talking about your current circumstances, please don't force them to fit. You don't have to accept them, okay? Just take the bits and pieces that truly do resonate with you, and everything else you can leave behind. If you are interested in getting a personal reading with me, you can do that via the link in the description box. I have my Etsy shop listed there, and you can order personal reading from me. And at this time, there is also a sale. All readings are minus 15%. That's it. Let's get into the energy of your current circumstances. Okay, we are starting off with Prosperity Begins reversed. We also have Poet with expresses soul insights in symbolic language, turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. And we have Strategy. Oh, I love that the color scheme of these cards is fairly similar. It kind of and it actually ties in with this Tiger's Eye stone as well, so it's interesting. Interesting that. So for you, pile number two, what I'm feeling here is that whatever your gift is, whatever your passion is, or whatever your craft is, I feel like what you're trying to do here is you're trying to make it somehow profitable, because I feel like at this time you are not really making money off of whatever this is. It might be that it's still like a hobby for you, or it might be some kind of pastime that you do in your spare time, but I feel like you are wanting, or you're trying to think of ways to actually make this, whatever your craft is, a mainstream of income for you. And I see you really trying to do that. I see you figuring out all of these different ways, testing out different methods, and really approaching it from a very logical point of view. I'm actually getting a lot of air energy here. So you could be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. But if you don't resonate with any of the signs, or if none of those signs are your sun sign, then it could be that you have a lot of air in your chart, or you could have significant placements in those signs in your chart. So it could be like a rising sign, a moon sign, Mercury, Venus, or Jupiter, something like that. But yeah, I'm just getting the sense that that you have some sort of skill or some sort of talent, and because of this Poet card, it may have something to do with writing or some sort of verbal expression. It could be for some of you, it could be songwriting. For some of you, it could be actual poetry. It could be writing novels or short stories or whatever. It could be something like that. But it doesn't have to be. I'm just kind of saying that I'm getting this some form of artistic expression, or putting your thoughts, putting your feelings into words and somehow using that to like inspire other people. And I feel like you're really, really good at that as well. It is definitely something like some form of like natural born gift or natural given gift or whatever this is, however this expression goes. But it's definitely some form of talent that that you came into this world with, and that you have clearly developed as you have grown older. However old you are right now, that's not relevant. But yeah, because of this prosperity begins reversed, I do feel like you are struggling with this. I feel like you really want to kind of make it profitable for you, but you are struggling. And it might also be that because of it, you may feel somewhat doubtful, or you may be starting to doubt your talents or your skill, because like you don't understand why this is not working, or why this is not bringing in the results that you are working towards, why this is not growing. So I'm kind of getting this like quiet frustration a bit. It's something that is kind of like brewing inside of you. But because of this strategy, I feel like you're not really giving up. I see you pushing ahead and trying different methods and trying to tweak your approaches here and there, just trying all of these different things that would work. So yeah, very much like intellectual energy here. But for some reason, I don't know, if it's for some reason it just doesn't seem to be working, or it doesn't seem to be, again, producing the results that you are looking for. So I do feel that you are starting to kind of you're starting to get a bit restless here, is what I'm getting. So yeah, that's really like kind of all that is coming through. I feel like this is very focused on this like goal of yours, that you're trying to make something a success, whatever your craft or talent is, and it's just not really working out the way that you would like it to. So if you resonate with that story, then this is clearly the reading for you. But let's actually look into some messages from Spirit. So we're going to have a look at some tarot cards next. Now, the first two cards are going to tell us about the past situations or past influences that have led up to this situation. We're also going to look at what you can do right now in your current energy to help the situation along. And lastly, we're going to see where this situation is headed as of right now. So let's see. Okay, we have the Knave of Wands, which is like the Knight of Wands with the Sun in reverse. Okay. We have the Seven of Coins in reverse. Yeah, that's what I said. Exactly what I said. Here comes the restlessness and the sort of the quiet frustration. Yeah, with the World in reverse. Okay. And we have the Knight of Cups with Strength. Wow, love those for you, definitely. It's also interesting that you are getting like one major arcana card and one minor arcana card in each position. So it's an interesting kind of turning up of cards in this sense. Okay, just give me a second. I'm trying to get them to be straight somewhat. Oh well. Anyway, okay, so let's get into it. Let's start from the beginning. We have the Knave of Wands with the Sun in reverse. So a lot of fiery energy coming out straight away. And because this is talking about the past, this is definitely... oh, sorry, Knave of Wands. Did I say Knight? I meant Page. I'm so sorry. I was kind of confused there for a second. But yeah, the Knave of Wands is the Page of Wands. So what I feel is actually that this past is just describing like what I was talking about with these cards. So it's kind of like a confirmation here that the reason why I'm feeling like this kind of like brewing frustration or like underlying frustration here is because your creative expression, which is represented by the Knave of Wands, has not been successful. It hasn't been received quite in the way that you would like expect it to be received, or that you were hoping for it to be received, or it didn't get like kind of the reaction you were hoping for it, or it didn't get the recognition that you were hoping for. It just feels like there wasn't really the kind of reaction to your expression, to your creative expression, that you were expecting. And I feel like that's something that really dampened your spirit, that really made you doubt. And as I said, like that, I feel like something about this has gotten under your skin, where you have started doubting your gift and doubting your abilities. I feel like this reading is really so like straightforward and kind of so single-handed or so focused that I'm not really getting any other messages here. It could be that this Knave of Wands is like representing some form of like very specific output, some sort of like, maybe it was a very specific project that you were working on that didn't really bring the results that you were looking for, and maybe that like kind of brought about the what is it that I want to say, that brought about this like hesitant energy, or maybe somewhat like desperate energy. That's definitely not true for all of you, but for some of you I do get like a slight desperation kind of creeping in, just because it's like you're not seeing any results, so you're kind of starting to get a bit like anxious or restless. So yeah, it might have been that like when you took something public, possibly like it could have even been like a business or some form of like personal endeavor or project. Again, it could be that it didn't quite turn out as successful as you were hoping it to be. Again, I'm going to move on because that's really all I'm getting, and it's just confirming the energy that I'm already feeling with you. But we have this 7 of Coins in reverse with the World in reverse, and this is talking about like what you can do right now, right? And I'm actually, it's so funny that we have the 7 of Coins with the World, because both of these cards are talking about like cycles, or are talking about time in a way. And with this 7 of Coins, you can actually even see the hourglass that is depicted on this card, or in the little pentacles here. And with both of these cards coming out like this side by side, this is Spirit's very, very clear way of saying that do not give up on this. Do not give up on this. This chapter, this goal of yours that you're working towards is not done by any means. This is just most likely going to take some time and take some tweaking. And I see you working on the strategy, because the 7 of Coins very often does talk about strategy as well, because you kind of have to figure out what is going to bring you the best results. How is your energy and your efforts best used or utilized in this situation? Like there is definitely some playing around that has to happen here. This is like Spirit very, very concretely confirming that. And because I see you doing it anyway, I feel like that's why Spirit is saying like, don't give up. This situation is not done. This situation is not finished. So don't give up, because like I feel like success can be yours. You just need to find kind of the right method or the right way. And it feels like you are still, you're still getting there. You're still getting the hang of this. Because, I mean, with this Knave of Wands specifically, and with this Prosperity Begins, this is like the Ace of Coins, right? And with the Page of Wands, both of these are very often talking about beginnings. They are talking about, I mean, especially the Ace of Coins, but the Page of Wands is very often an energy of something just kind of starting out, something just kind of finding its ground or getting settled in. This is very fresh, very new energy, very inexperienced energy. So I feel like you kind of have to give it time, and you have to allow yourself to kind of fumble around a bit until you find what works for you, until you find the right key to your situation, until you find the success. And again, it does take some kind of trial and error before you actually get there. But you can't give up. You can't give up before you do. And as I said, I don't really feel you like giving up, but I do see you getting somewhat, as I said, like restless and somewhat desperate and somewhat like letting these little mishaps or letting these situations that don't really that are not working out for you the way that you would like them to, I feel that you are kind of letting them get under your skin. But again, Spirit is very clearly saying here that it's just, you just have to keep going. You just have to keep pushing because this is not done yet. And you just haven't found the right thing, and that's all. Because looking forward, we have the Knight of Cups with Strength, and I love these energies, especially like together, because I feel that that what you are moving towards, or what this energy, this situation is moving towards, is like emotional fulfillment, especially with the Knight of Cups here. I feel like you are going to come across some form of like solution that is going to solve this this energy that you're in right now, this restlessness. Because with Strength, I kind of feel like it's almost like I see you mastering the situation. I see you mastering your fears and mastering your doubts and having like complete faith in yourself and in the situation with this Knight of Cups here. So as I said, with both of those cards coming out together, this is just a very, very positive sign for me as a reader that like things are going to be settling. Things are going to be kind of smoothing over. And I even love, I just like my eye was drawn to this Sun card that is rising behind the Strength card. So as you can see, how beautiful is that? We have the Sun card in reverse here. So something clearly didn't work out in the past, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to work out in the future if you just take a different approach to something. And I feel like you are going through this like trial and error period right now, and all you really can do is just keep going, just keep trying, because at one point you are going to stumble across something that works for you, and you will have mastered this situation, you will have mastered these difficulties, and you will see the results that you're looking for. You will see it, and you will find this peace, this contentment, this fulfillment that you were looking for. And I love that we're getting the Poet with the Knight of Cups specifically, because again, this is the Knight of emotion, right? This is the Knight of feeling and heart space. So whatever it is that you are expressing, it's clearly showing up in the future energies here as the thing that you are able to kind of master or successfully overcome any hurdles and express yourself on an emotional level. So this is just beautiful. So definitely, again, I'm not really going to like drag this reading on, because I feel like the messages here are so straightforward and they are so pinpointed to a very specific scenario, and yeah, there's really nothing else to kind of say. That's truly all that I'm feeling here. But let us get into the other oracle cards now. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell you, what like additional messages of guidance Spirit has for you that you are destined to hear right now. Hopefully these will help you. We have Treasured Moments coming out first over here. Okay, so, okay, oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. Okay, you know what just came to me with this treasured memories? Did I say moments? It's treasured memories. Okay, so do you know what just came to me? Like, I just got the message that right now you may be struggling. Well, clearly, I feel like you clearly are struggling. You're pushing ahead, but you're struggling. Right now you're struggling, but when you look back on this time, when you have actually managed to kind of work out a solution, and when you actually have achieved whatever it is that you want to achieve, when you look back on this time right now, you will actually think back on it very fondly and with very sweet memories. I feel like that's what this card is actually talking about. That in the future, looking back on this situation, you will actually see it like for what it's truly worth, and that it's like it's this learning curve that you're in right now, and it is part of the journey to get you to your desired result, to your desired destination. And even though you don't necessarily enjoy it right now, even though it may be a pain in the ass right now, in the future I feel like you will see exactly like why this had to go the way it did, and why everything worked out the way that it did, why this was a very important part of this journey. And it tends to be, doesn't it, that like once you actually go through some form of hardship, like you appreciate the journey so much more, you appreciate the result so much more, because you know what you had to go through to get there. So again, this is so sweet. Oh, I love it. I love that this came out. Oh, and squirrel spirit. This is the most perfect animal spirit card that we could have gotten for this pile, because exactly, believe in yourself. Oh my god, I love that this is here. I just truly, I can't even say, like, this, as I said, this is the most perfect card, because what was I saying, like, about you starting to doubt yourself and you starting to doubt your gift? Spirit is very clearly saying here, especially with all of this message of like not giving up, keep pushing forward, keep going through trial and error, and just keep going, because this is the right thing for you. And you can't lose faith in yourself. You can't lose faith in what it is that you're doing, because you are on the right path. Very clearly here, you are on the right path. You are headed in the right direction. It just requires some tweaking. That's all. Yeah, and with full moon in Sagittarius, look at the bigger picture. Clearly, this is what like Spirit wants you to focus on right now. Look at the bigger picture. Look at what you're trying to achieve, and just like try and kind of zoom out of the situation. This is actually really, really good advice, because it's so easy to get stuck in the nitty-gritty and all of the little details that are happening all the time, especially if you truly are an air sign, or if you have a lot of air in your chart. If you are very intellectual and very rational and logical, it may be that you find it very easy to kind of get sucked into little details, or like things that are not actually that important, and you kind of lose sight of the bigger picture. And again, that can be very disheartening. That can be like, if you start focusing on every little setback that you experience, and you kind of forget about what it is that you are ultimately trying to achieve, then it's very easy to get demotivated and very easy to feel like you want to give up. But I feel like, again, like Spirit is just trying to keep you on your lane, trying to keep you to focus on the end result, and to not get distracted by the journey as you are going there. Oh my god. Okay, this is so crazy. We actually get another card that says big picture thinking. Like, you literally get the word big picture twice. Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. I'm just going to keep it here. And it actually, like, I love that it's kind of going together so well with the little clouds that she's hanging on to, or holding on to. Yeah. Again, this is like, you are clearly, like, your gift is clearly something very special and very unique. And your inspired ideas, I love that it's coming out with the Knight, and I keep wanting to say Knight of Wands. I love that it's coming out with the Knave of Wands, because it's clearly divine inspiration that you are expressing here. Clearly, like, as I said, this is your like natural born talent. I hope that's the right expression, but that's truly what you are expressing here. And you just have to, again, keep your eye on the prize, focus on the bigger picture. Pillar of light, your vibration is rising, you are the oracle. So I definitely feel that like, because we have Pleiades energy as well, like the thing that you could be trying to work towards is like kind of like expressing your divine light. Or again, as I said, it's like whatever you do, however you express yourself, I feel like it's inspiring other people somehow. So with this pillar of light, I feel like Spirit is reminding you of your true nature, who you truly are. And that's why it's so important to believe in yourself, because like your gift is not a coincidence, it's not random. So you clearly meant to deliver some very important messages to the people on this planet at this time, and to help raise and elevate the frequency of this planet. So yeah, you are meant to deliver some very important messages. So just keep focusing on that, and do not forget about who you are and why you are here. And let's look at the last two oracle cards. The Union of Hearts, a love connection defies explanation. Wow, okay, I'm gonna put it on this side. Oh no, actually, I'm gonna keep it here. I'm gonna keep it here. Yeah, this is like, again, I kind of feel like it's just reminding you that you are part of a bigger picture. Like you yourself are part of a bigger grid, and that like it's, I feel like it's almost giving you confirmation that, you know, you are being held and you are being protected, and you are not working towards this end result all by yourself. So definitely I feel like you have a lot of, like, even on this card there are these two little turtle doves. So I'm getting this message as well, that Spirit is like reminding you that you have a lot of support around you, especially in the energetic realm. And it doesn't mean that you can't have a lot of support around you in the physical realm as well, but it's like, it's very easy, again, it's very easy to forget about the energetic support that is constantly around us, all the love that is constantly surrounding us, because we get sucked into the earthly plane, sometimes a bit too much. So it's tricky to keep the balance going. But I feel like that's truly what Spirit is trying to remind you of here, that that you are definitely part of something way more big than you sometimes even like think about or realize. Oh wow, and the last card out is Phoenix Rising. This is beautiful. And again, what was I saying? Okay, sorry, I still have to I have to turn those or switch those around, because I just feel like it goes together with this Strength card so beautifully. Because with this Phoenix Rising, and I love that that's the last card out, because it's just, again, like, oh, I love how Spirit comes through. This is, again, such a beautiful confirmation that you are going to be finding the solution. You are going to be like raising above the difficulty. You're going to be coming out of this situation, all of this like tribunals. Is that the right word? Well, anyway, all of these like challenges and obstacles that you are facing right now, everything that you have to kind of solve and work through, it's making you stronger. It's making you more resilient. It's making you more fierce and powerful and fearless. And again, like, you are working towards this like you're working towards the sun rising, this new sunrise. Because again, it's like, just because something didn't work out before doesn't mean that it's not going to work out in the future. And that's truly what you are working towards, a new beginning, and a way more powerful beginning than all of this was, because you are mastering it, and you are bringing this bigger picture that you're working towards, this bigger vision of yours, this bigger goal, you're bringing it to life. And you are having such a significant impact, such an important impact on other people. So Oh my goodness, I absolutely love this pile number 2. I truly do, and I'm gonna leave it here because otherwise I'm just gonna keep talking you to death, and I don't want to do that. So thank you so much for watching this reading, and I truly hope that it resonated with you and that it gave you something useful, because this, as I said, was a very clear-cut message, a very straightforward message. Spirit was not really like playing around over here, and if this resonated, then I hope that it was enough to keep you on your course and to keep you pushing forward. But please do let me know how this resonated. I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up, or if you left me a comment. And I would love it even more if you decided to subscribe and join me for future readings. It would really mean so much to me, so we could grow together. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. So thank you so much, pile number 2. Please take care of yourselves, and I am sending you guys so much love and light. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. You guys chose the black tourmaline. I'm going to put it somewhere on the side here. It keeps like wobbling around, so hopefully it manages to stay in place somewhat and not make too much noise, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to put the other cards on the side there, and we're going to start off with 3 oracle cards first. Now, these 3 oracle cards are going to tell us a bit about your current situation, and it's going to give us a glimpse into the context that Spirit wants to discuss with you today, and it's also giving you the opportunity to confirm for yourself that you are actually watching the right pile. Now, just a quick disclaimer before we get into the cards. Please, guys, remember that this is still a general reading. So if anything that I say doesn't resonate with you, you can just leave it behind and don't take that on board. But yeah, if you do want a personal reading with me, you can do that via the link in my description box or in the comment section. You can find my Etsy shop link there, and you can order a personal reading with me. Now, at this time, it's very exciting. There is also a sale going on, so all readings are 15% off, so definitely check that out if you are interested. But let's look at what is going on with you. Oh, we have Rejoice in Celebration, starting off very well. We also have Child, Nature, Friendships with Animals, Communication with Nature Spirits, Tendency to Abuse Animals, People, and the Environment. Okay. And we also have, oh, interesting, we have another 3-3. The Garden and the Gate. Okay, how crazy is this? Do you see all of the green here? Do you see how much green is here, and how... like, oh, this is insane. This is so like earthy and so grounded. Very much like, yeah, very much tied to like Gaia and nature. Which actually does make sense with the black tourmaline as well, because it's a very grounding and a very protective stone. So it does make sense in a way. And we have 2 3s as well. So kind of a funny one here. Okay, so I feel for you, pile number 3, that that your energy or the current situation that you are in right now is a very safe one. I'm getting the sense that you are like very much feeling secure, very much feeling like actually rather good about where you are, but maybe even a bit too good. Maybe you feel too comfortable, and it's like comfortable to the point that you are not actually trying anything new, or you're not really risking anything uncomfortable or risking anything unknown, exactly like we see on the depiction of this card over here with the Garden and the Gate. Like, the girl in this card is clearly surrounded by lusciousness and prosperity, abundance. It's beautiful, it's blooming, it's blossoming. And she's clearly safe, right? She's walled off from the rest of the world by this gate. But like, it's also kind of like a double-edged sword here, because she's also looking out and like thinking about all of the things, all of the possibilities, all of the adventures that may be waiting for her outside of this gate. But she's like She's kind of not sure whether she wants to go, whether she wants to leave the safety behind, whether the grass is really greener on the other side of this gate. She doesn't know. So she's kind of like, she's thinking about it, but she's not doing anything about it. So I see you being in this very like, it's just content is really all that's coming to me. I see you being in this energy of content and feeling a bit too comfortable. But I am kind of getting the sense that, again, that it may be bordering on like too isolated or too wrapped up, too cocooned, and there may be change that is required here. So even though you may be feeling good about it, because I mean, rejoice in celebration, I see you like very much enjoying it, and I feel like you are very much feeling in your element. So again, I'm getting a lot of earth here. So you may be an earth sign, you may be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, or if you don't have any of those signs as your sun sign, then you could have a lot of earth in your chart, or you may have very significant placements in those signs. So it could be rising or moon or Venus or Jupiter. But yeah, it just feels like you are maybe protecting yourself a bit too much and keeping yourself very much kind of like in your element, where you feel safe, where you feel grounded. For some of you, I'm actually feeling like you may be having a tough time like leaving your childhood home or leaving your family home. It could be that you have been in the same environment for a very long time, and it may be that you are starting to feel that it's kind of like it's slowly time to maybe like take yourself out of that, or try and consider new things, or try and consider new opportunities. But I still feel like it's very much on an idea level. You're not really actually doing anything actively to make this change happen, or to make any shifts. But yeah, I don't know. It's a very sweet, and it's very safe. It's very protected. Again, goes so well with the black tourmaline over here. So I'm not really surprised in that sense. But yeah, at the same time, I feel like it's kind of like, it's slowly time. It's slowly time. And I feel like you feel that too. But anyway, yeah, basically, if that's something that you resonate with, if you feel yourself like being called to spend a lot of time in nature, or if you feel yourself being extra like grounded and feeling extra comfortable with like with everything familiar, everything known to you, and feeling a bit like doubtful about leaving, then this is definitely the pile for you. So it's very nice energy. Please don't get me wrong. It's very nice energy, very sweet, very like comfortable, but it's just, again, I'm getting the sense that there is something that is like kind of slowly but surely edging you or pushing you towards something new. So let's see what Spirit has for you here. We have some tarot cards next that we're going to look at. We are going to start off with some past energies first. We're going to see what in the past has impacted the situation, or what has led up to the situation. We are also going to see what you can do right now to remedy the situation, or to kind of like work towards the best outcome, what you can do right now that would be in your best interests. And we're also going to look at where the situation is headed. So let's see. Oh yeah, okay, wow. We have Death in reverse with the High Priestess. Okay, so before we even get any of the other cards out, this is very, very, very clear to me that in the past, you may have started realizing, it's exactly what I said, I think you feel it. I feel that you feel that it's time to kind of get a move on. It's time to try something different, try something new. So I feel like you recently realized yourself that it's like some sort of transformation or some sort of change is very much overdue, and it's like, it's just time. It's time. Oh my God, how crazy is that? We have the Three of Cups in reverse in the current situation, and this is the Three of Cups upright. So these are literally the same cards. Okay, wow, with the Knave of Swords coming out next, which is like the Page of Swords. Okay, wow. And we have the King of Coins. Oh, with the Queen of Wands. Okay, interesting. This is talking about the future energies here. But okay, let us talk about these cards because these are somewhat crazy. I'm just like, I'm kind of baffled that we are getting these cards in exactly these positions. But as I said, so talking about the past, not going to go over it too many times because I feel like I'm just going to end up repeating myself. It's clear to me that you realized you had some sort of epiphany, or you just feel something brewing within you. Something kind of like, it was almost like, I'm getting like it was a switch for some of you. It was like this switch that just kind of like lit up in you that that told you that, okay, it's time, like this is clearly overdue and it's time to get a move on. And for others of you, I feel like this is just something that has gradually been building up. But I more likely, I more strongly feel that that it was kind of like this switch, just this like, again, this epiphany or this realization that occurred to you where you suddenly realize that, okay, it's time. It's time. Again, whether this is talking about an actual living situation that I was feeling the strongest before, or whether this is talking about some form of like relationship, whether it's talking about some form of like, I don't know, maybe you've been like studying or maybe you've been going from school to school to school and you just really don't want to like actually step into the real world and start putting yourself out into the job market and like that kind of thing. For some of you, it could be like a transitioning from a student to like a worker or an employee or something like that. Again, for others of you, it's like moving out of your family home or moving out of a home that you have been in for a very long time, and it could be like a relationship as well for some of you, although that's like something that I feel the least strongly. So please take it as it resonates though. If this is a relationship that you have been in for a long time and you feel like it's not really the right thing for you, it could be talking about that as well. But again, more stronger, I feel that this is talking about like where you feel secure, where you feel at home, and that is something that is changing for you. So either you are thinking of like moving again to a different like country or to a different state, or whether it's just simply like starting a life on your own, moving out to your own place for the first time, or just changing like places of residence where you have spent a lot of time at, and now you're starting to think of like new places where you could move to. But anyway, moving on. So with the current like advice from Spirit to you. So with the Three of Cups coming out in reverse with the Knave of Swords or the Page of Swords, it's kind of a very clear message here that like I feel like it's time to kind of start to taking what am I saying? It's time to start taking the situation more seriously. It's time to kind of actually get down to business, because I feel with this Three of Cups coming out in reverse, it's almost like this celebration and like what's the word? There's a word, very, very concrete word in my head and it's just not coming out. But it's almost like this like frolicking around or taking things easy and just like brushing things aside and maybe, yeah, just like, I hate it when that happens. I just, I'm not able to think of the word that I want to say, but I feel like Spirit is saying that the best thing that you can do right now is to kind of like stop the party, so to say, or stop like playing around. I'm sorry, I really can't think of the word that I really want to say. I swear Mercury retrograde is just, it's kicking my ass. But yeah, I just feel like it's time to kind of get down to business. It's time to get serious and to actually start like working on like putting your intention like to actual action, if that makes sense. Like putting what it is that you are thinking of doing, what is kind of slowly creeping into your head, or what the things that you are considering. Because as I said, I feel like it's only in the idea stages right now that you are thinking of like taking this new step, or like actually starting the transition, bringing about change. It's still in the idea stages. So now I feel like Spirit is saying like it's time to get more serious with that. It's time to kind of end the partying around, the taking things very like kind of casually and just having fun, enjoying yourself, like putting a lot of effort into that. And it's kind of time to step up and get a bit more serious. So that's truly what I feel that Spirit is urging you to do right now. And I feel like that's something that is going to help you along a lot. Because looking at this King of Coins and this Queen of Wands, that is like the energy that you are moving into, or where the situation is headed, I feel like it's actually so beautiful, because you are stepping from like this childlike energy again with this Page of Swords and the nature child. It's very like, it's not very like responsible energy yet, or it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like avoiding responsibility, or trying to like get away from responsibility, being afraid of responsibility. It's like that kind of energy that I'm feeling here. And moving forward, you are stepping into the King of Coins and the Queen of Wands. So very mature energy, very much like taking control of your life, especially with the Queen of Wands. Like this is just powerful, determined and confident, and just exuding like a sense of self, a very strong sense of self. And with this King of Coins, I love that that's what's coming through as well, because this is saying that this is actually like physically secure as well, materially secure as well. So it's not like you are, it's not like you're giving up this physical security that you're in right now. It's it may be for some time, because again, change is always scary and change is always unpredictable, and like no one really knows, right, how change turns out. But I feel with this King of Coins, it's kind of saying that you will be safe, you will be secure, you will find a very stable and very firm footing, and I feel like there is a lot of success as well that is on the horizon for you. So you are definitely able to make your life a success, and I feel like you don't really have to like it feels very like self-made. It feels very much like something that you yourself are going to be providing for yourself. So it like, if right now you may be feeling like you need to depend on someone else, or that you are not capable of taking care of yourself, or taking care of like actual responsibilities, again, it may be that you may be afraid of responsibility to some extent, or you may be afraid of like how you are going to be handling things on your own, being afraid of like independence. Then I see you kind of embracing that as you are moving forward, because these are very, again, very secure, very in control energies, very decisive energies. So yeah, I feel like Spirit is saying kind of that you are safe here, you are protected. You are protected. And clearly this this nudge that you are feeling is there because it's like part of your journey. It's destined. Especially with Death and High Priestess coming out side by side. Like this is big energy, and this is indicating that a very important like chapter of your life is closing, and another very important one is opening. So as I said, it feels like you are at a threshold, or you are transitioning from like a more youthful energy to a more mature and independent energy. And again, it doesn't matter how old you actually are. Even though I am getting a more youthful energy here, please take it as it resonates. It just, it feels like a stepping up. It feels like a maturing up or growing up or like leveling up energy. And again, at the other end of this transition or transformation, as you are leaving this old, familiar, safe, and very, very comfortable energy behind, where you maybe have been able to escape responsibility some way, then I feel like you seem to be like embracing it as you go forward in the future. And actually realize that you can handle things very, very well indeed. So I love this energy. I truly, truly love this energy. You're stepping into the King of Coins with the Queen of Wands. So very balanced. And again, please don't I don't think I said that before, but please don't get caught up in the genders of these cards, because we're just talking about masculine and feminine energy and not actual genders. Okay, so this is just very balanced masculine energy and feminine energy being very balanced and kind of like giving each other what the other one needs, if that makes sense. But anyway, I am struggling so hard with words today that I'm just gonna keep going, because otherwise this is going to turn into a hot mess. But let's look at some last messages that Spirit has for you regarding your current situation, and what are the destined last messages or pieces of guidance that Spirit has for you right now. Oh, wow. Okay, we have more threes coming out. So clearly 3 is a very, very important number for you. We have 333 here and we have 33 here. So you have officially 5 threes on the table here. So if you see 333 or if you see 3333, then it is a very clear indication from Spirit that they are there for you and you are not alone, okay? So again, it's just like confirmation and assurance from Spirit to you. So weaving flowers, yeah, oh my God, and again, I just noticed. Again, we're dealing with nature, we're dealing with flowers, so it's like so much earth energy is coming through, so incredibly much. And I feel like this card is kind of saying that it's like, again, with this weaving flowers, it's like everything is kind of falling into place. Everything is kind of going according to plan, because as I said with both of these two cards over here, it's clear that you are going through some form of like bigger transition and are at a threshold in like regarding a very big chapter in your life. So yeah, it's like you are weaving this story right now. You are weaving your life right now, and it's just a very important step. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just like, I swear to God, Spirit surprises me like just nonstop. Absolutely nonstop. Like, again, this is the most perfect card that we could have gotten for this pile. We had the same thing with the previous pile, and it's just absolutely insane. Exactly what I was saying. Like, just as I was finishing talking about the threshold and transitioning from one chapter to the next, we have flamingo Spirit. Yeah, so definitely, again, don't worry. This is all part of this bigger plan, and everything is going according to plan. So this is just this process of things kind of aligning, falling into place, connecting, and you are at the heart of it all. So again, you are very powerful and you are ruling the situation, okay? Even though it may feel like it's scary, you can do this. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Yeah, again, I feel like it's coming through because like Spirit wants you to recognize that you have grown, you have developed, and there is a reason why you're being pushed to this new chapter. It's because you are ready. Even though you may not feel ready, even though, as I said, it feels like you are clearly very much afraid of the unknown, very much afraid of whether you are able to actually handle life, whether you're able to handle being an adult and handling responsibility and all of that. And again, I know that like I'm talking a lot about very like youthful energy because that's truly what I'm feeling. But even if you are not very like youthful yourself anymore, then it could still talk about some form of like transition or like a stepping stone or milestone point in your life where you are stepping into some form of like new chapter that is still very unfamiliar to you, that you may be afraid of. So this has nothing to do with age and everything to do with you stepping out of your comfort zone, you stepping out of this safety that you have been in for God knows how long, but years and years and years. Okay, so I feel like it's just important, again, like spirit is confirming that, you know, don't let what feels safe hold you back just because you don't know what to expect, just because you don't know what is waiting for you on the other side. That's part of the fun. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, trust me, I know. But again, I feel like with this weaving flowers, I kind of feel like you are actually at the driver's seat here, and you have the ability to kind of really transform your life in a way that makes you happy. And I see you kind of embracing that with the energies that you are moving into. I see you embracing that. I see you handling it like a boss, and I see you kind of really finding your self-esteem and finding your true voice, because like that's one of the things with responsibility. Like as long as you kind of don't really take it on yourself for your own life, as long as you allow someone else to kind of handle the responsibilities, you are not truly finding your power. You're not truly finding what it is that you are capable of, because you're not putting it to the test, because you don't have to. But I feel like as soon as you do, I'm kind of getting the sense that you are going to discover a whole new side to yourself. You're going to discover what a true badass you truly are and how much you are truly capable of. And I feel like it's something that is going to surprise you, because it's like you just didn't know that you had it in you. You didn't know that there was that kind of side to you. And I feel like why do I keep doing that? And I feel like it's something that is going to like keep feeding into your growth, keep feeding into your success, because as the more and more you see yourself being able to handle things successfully, being able to manage things, being able to achieve things for yourself, it's like it's fueling and feeding into more and more future successes and achievements. So I really love this energy for you. I can't say it enough. Okay, wow, we have fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposite extremes of life. Again, exactly. You are kind of at the extremes of life, because it's a very, very like sudden change, or a very sudden jumping from like one chapter into the next, and it does require a bit of a leap of faith here, because you are putting yourself into the unknown. But again, it's like, I feel like spirit is just saying that, you know, you will be caught, you will be held, you will be protected. You are going to be safe. So yeah, you just kind of have to trust in that. And I know that it is a lot easier said than done, but that is truly something that spirit is urging you to do here. We also have Mintakan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So yeah, it could be that you are kind of trying to find your place, or you're trying to figure out where you truly belong. And again, this is kind of like tying into this leaving your home, or leaving a security, or some kind of security, and like finding a new place of residence for you that I was talking about initially, that I was feeling the strongest. And I'm getting the same confirmation with this Mintakan over here. So it's definitely like some sort of home environment that's coming through the most out of all of these cards, coming through the most. But again, it could mean like some sort of belonging in a different way. So again, you could be trying to find a job that works for you, or you could be trying to find a relationship that works for you, however it resonates. But it's kind of clear that that you are transitioning to a point where you feel more at home. And I feel like that's why this King of Coins is here as well. Not just to say that you will be like safe in a material sense, but I also feel that it's a very positive confirmation that even though you're putting yourself into the unknown and it might be a rocky road at first, no one is saying that it's going to be all like rainbows and butterflies. But I also feel that when you do actually kind of find your footing and you get actually like settled in, I think that you will be finding a whole new level of security there. You will be finding a whole new level of belonging there, and it's going to resonate with you on a much more like aligned frequency, or a much more strong frequency than where you were before. Even though it might have been like easier, or even though it might be more comfortable again, I feel like where you are stepping into is going to be more aligned with you, where you will feel more like you belong there, or you have found your element, you have found your place. So I really love these energies. We also have like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. So I kind of feel like this is just, again, like talking about opening yourself up. And if this is because these are like specifically love oracles, so it could be that you, as I said, it could be talking about some sort of love situation. So in that case as well, like you kind of have to put yourself out there to find what it is that you are looking for or wanting to find. But I just find like I just find this card to be like another confirmation, just more generally speaking. I find it to be more talking about this aspect of like being open again, and like being driven forward from your heart space, which is very much going hand in hand with this Queen of Wands, even though like it's more so like fiery and not so much emotional like the Queen of Cups would be. But it's like this driven and active energy that is still coming from like a deeper place, a deeper desire, a deeper like wish. And that's truly what I feel that Spirit is saying here. It's like it's important to kind of let yourself be drawn to what you feel called towards. Let yourself be drawn to what your heart truly resonates with. And I feel like that's part of the reason why you are being pushed to this new energy or these new circumstances, because it's time to kind of like find your true voice, as I was saying before. It's time to kind of find your true self and let yourself align with what your life was meant to be in this lifetime. And I feel like you can't really do that as you are immersed in other people's energies, and as you as other people are kind of responsible for you, or as other circumstances, some kind of external circumstances are responsible for you. So there is definitely some sort of like independence aspect that you are stepping into that is going to allow you to like open up and find your true self, and again thus like start attracting the things that truly resonate with you. And again, it's actually tying into this Mintakan as well, because as I said, it feels like wherever you are going, wherever you are stepping into is actually the place where you feel like you truly belong. So I love that for you. Oh my goodness. And we have healing as the last card. Oh wow. Okay, I truly love this because again, I feel like it's like, oh, and another 3, by the way. We have another 3, 21 reducing down to 3. So now you have officially 6 3s on the table here. It's insane. But yeah, with this healing, I just feel like it's talking about like you finding a sense of security, finding like being rid of these, or at least trying to get rid of these fears that may be holding you back, or that may have held you back up to this point. It's like you're letting go of those, and it's like you're stepping into this again. It's like you're stepping into this new you that is allowing you to let go of these insecurities and let go of these fears that may have kept you in this place for such a long time. So there is a lot of healing. There is a lot of like self-discovery and stepping into your truth and stepping into your real passions, your real desires, your real callings, and and letting that kind of guide you forward into the unknown. And I feel like where this unknown is going to lead is like true discovery, true self-discovery. And I feel like that's going to bring you the sort of happiness that you never knew you could have. So, oh my goodness, I'm gonna leave it there because I feel like I thought to myself I was going to keep it more short, but then I ended up talking like forever and ever and ever anyway. So I'm truly gonna leave it here. But thank you so much, pile number 3. I'm so happy that I got to deliver this message to you. I know it was more specific yet again, but it was definitely necessary for someone. And no matter what kind of threshold you are standing on in your life, I hope that this message gave you some sort of confirmation or some sort of security, some sort of reassurance. That's really all I want to do with my readings here, is to empower you and give you encouragement for the future. But yeah, if this resonated, if you got something from this reading, then I would love it if you let me know. You can do that by giving me a thumbs up or by leaving me a comment down in the comment section. You can also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already, and that way I can hang out with you in the future as well. I would really love that. But yeah, if I don't see you in any of the other piles, then I am sending you guys so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.